car 7 tonight is being driven by Cameron Taylor. Little bit of push and shove as the rig wheel around Pagel's corner. Here comes Jaden Snell with a big move into the hairpin corner. Pushes Blake Burton out of the way. Burton, no response. Has thought the outside pass maybe. Has a look down on the inside and a little nudge just to tell Sophie I'm here. Down the back straight. Sophie Santon at the moment in car number 77 is Courtney Whittaker. They're coming up on the 34 car of Caitlin Humphreys. Pulling to the outside was the 21 of Brodie Rose. John Stowart on the outside. Dan McComb is car number 27 as they head around Pagel's corner for the first time. On the inside. Around Pagel's corner. Oh, and up on 2 wheels goes Dan Henshaw. And somehow that thing did not go over. About sneaking up the inside, down the back straight away. Glenn Pagel up the inside of Stephen Quirk. It's an acceleration up the hill. Glenn Pagel wins that one. Stephen Quirk back to position number 3. Slips back to the inside. Out of the fire, breathing Sierra. Brock Hancock down on the inside of him and then back to the 21 car of Hayley Spence. That's the way they go through the hairpin. And it is Cameron Taylor who's cleared out with half the race distance completed. Pit area. Jaden Snell. I think he has perhaps done some damage to the back wheel. Seems to be digging right. Alexander Nicolaisen. A little bit rough around that top corner that time around. And Preston Clee takes advantage. Gets up there into position. Number 3, one in trouble, I think, is Brock Stubbs in the 86. Holly Winkler in the 15 car down on the inside. Ethan Jenner is car number 6 as they head down the back chute. Have a look at Cooper Franz trying the big outside pass. Little bit of push and shove back in there. That is good to see. Car number 4, Nate Thomas. Up into position number 3. The 57 car of Ebony Jane Findlay is still there. Steve Cook down on the inside of Dan McComb. Under the canteen they go, and Steve Cook will find his way into position number 3. And Chris Blackburn has dropped off the pace just a little as Tim Weir moves up the inside of Glenn Truan and up into position number 4. The Battle Royal is still there for position number 2, and Jared Peacock muscles his way underneath Chris outside of Brendan Kennedy. Back then to Charlotte Christensen. Alan Mortimer would be the next one in front of Stephen Quirk and Dan Henshaw. We've still got them 2 and 3 wide at the front of the field. Gavin Fletcher trying to make car 42 just as wide as he can. Plenty of pushing and shoving in amongst. And here comes Mick Shelford up the inside of Mark Raymond. One more lap down on the journey, and Tim Weir, Aidan Rigby the next one, to the better of Terry Grant. A bit of a gap, then goes back to Blake Burton, locked in a battle with Jaden Snell. Snell gets underneath him, coming out of the hairpin with a couple of laps remaining. Sophie Santon is there in position number 4, and Braden Stephens has got himself from the tail of the field up into position number 5 towards Pagel's corner, and Jackson Cunny has found a way down the inside, up and under the tower. Half the race distance completed with Ethan Jenner in hot pursuit. Back then a battle royal between that of Brodie Rose and Cody Burnham. So a couple of big good fights on the racetrack as they're coming up on the 7 car. taking out the feature. Ready.
Chris
Goodwood's Group, Mother Mountain Speedway, in total memory of Brian Learoyd. Fabulous race. Thank you to the Modified